Imagine a challenge so enormous it paralyzes everyone around you. A giant in the valley of Elah, casting a shadow over an entire nation. For 40 days, Goliath taunted Israel, his true power rooted in the fear he inspired. The Israelite army, gripped by terror, saw only defeat. But a young shepherd named David arrived, not as a soldier, but as someone who saw opportunity where others saw only obstacles. David heard Goliath's insults against God and felt a surge of holy confidence. While others focused on the giant's size, David focused on the greatness of his God. He saw not an unbeatable enemy, but a bully defying the living God. David's perspective was shaped by faith, not fear. He remembered that true strength comes from the one they served, not from their own might. In a valley filled with fear, David stood out. Not because he was the strongest, but because he believed God was. Sometimes the giants in our lives are there to show us what faith can do. David's courage wasn't born on the battlefield, it was forged in solitude, tending sheep. When questioned by King Saul, David recalled private victories, facing lions and bears with God's help. These moments were his training ground, building a quiet confidence in God's faithfulness. David's strength came from trusting God in small, unseen moments. He knew that public victories are built on private faithfulness. While others trembled, David stood firm, anchored by memories of God's past help. His secret wasn't a weapon, but a history with a God who never let him down. Faith is built in the quiet, long before the battle begins. King Saul offered David his royal armor, the best in the kingdom, but when David tried it on, it felt heavy and unfamiliar. The armor meant to protect him only held him back. David chose to fight as himself, not as someone else. He relied on the skills God had given him: speed, agility, and a sling. Authenticity became his greatest weapon. We often try to face our giants by imitating others, but our true strength lies in being who God made us to be. David walked into battle with only his staff, sling, and 5 smooth stones. To the world, he looked unprepared, but he was armed with faith and authenticity. Sometimes victory comes when we stop trying to fit into someone else's armor. Goliath mocked David, expecting an easy victory, but David didn't flinch. He declared, "I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts." This wasn't just a boy versus a giant, it was God versus arrogance. David ran toward the battle, propelled by faith, not fear. He took a single stone, slung it, and struck Goliath in the forehead. The giant fell, defeated by a shepherd's faith and a simple stone. The impossible became reality in an instant. David's courage shattered the illusion of the giant's power. His act of faith ignited hope in an entire nation. With God, the impossible is not just possible, it's certain. David and Goliath isn't just history, it's a blueprint for facing your own giants. Your giant might be debt, illness, addiction, or fear. Remember your private victories, how God has helped you before. Use what you have, don't compare your tools to someone else's. God has equipped you for your unique battle. Take a step of faith. Courage is action, not the absence of fear. Nothing changes until you move toward your giant. Name your giant. Pick up your stone, take your first step. With God's help, your giant can fall too.